because I think there could be a fine line between not interested and being emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, I do think there's a fine line as well.
How would you identify that?
Oh, it's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard. I think if someone's emotionally unavailable, I think they find it harder to
open up,
and the communication and talking about their emotions, talking about their feelings, talking about the future. If someone's not interested, I'd like to think that they would maybe ghost you. This is Frankie Kelly and I am Charlie House, and you are now listening to our podcast, Are They Trash?
I've been all around the world, so many different guys in the club, yeah. These garbage guys are so fine, they're always blowing my mind.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to our podcast of Are They Trash? This is episode 6, series 1.
And today we are going to talk about emotionally unavailable males and females.
But mainly males.
Mainly males.
Mainly.
Because obviously we date males.
Yeah. Yeah, so all things emotionally unavailable. We're going to talk you through experiences, definitions, signs, and I mean, hopefully we're going to have a bit of an outcome by the end of it.
Yeah, we like to think so.
We
need answers.
We do need answers.
I'm sure you do too.
But yeah, I guess in true Frankie and Charlie style, let's just have a little catch up, what we've been up to, where we've been,
where we haven't been.
Where we haven't been. Yeah.
Yay!
How
branding!
How cute is this? Super cute. We just switched things up a little bit. So we're learning as we go. So thank you for coming on this journey with us. If you're still here.
Yeah, of course they are. They want more. So let's talk about what we've been up to this weekend.
Let's talk about what we've been up to in June.
In June,
Wow.
yeah. Wow.
Wow.
So Frankie had her birthday
Month,
as I'm sure you all saw on Instagram. Diva, sweet 16
yeah,
over here.
you know, just did loads of things. You're a birthday
I'm such a birthday girl.
person, yeah.
I love everyone else's birthday. I especially love my birthday.
Yeah.
Mine goes on for a month too.
Brilliant.
So,
yeah, but luckily there's quite a big gap between ours,
Yeah.
so we'll relax
Everyone
for a
can
bit.
recharge.
Yeah. I can get my voice back.
Yeah.
All these things. No, yeah, we went to Snowdonia, so up in North Wales, hired these really cute little pods, had like literally cars from everywhere, from different cars from London. I had Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool, Wolverhampton, everyone obviously I've lived
From
all
all
over.
corners of the country, they came together to climb a mountain.
To climb a
I
mountain.
actually can't believe she managed to get a massive group of people to climb a freaking mountain for her birthday.
Obviously, I come up with all these weird, wonderful ideas. A few years ago, I'd be like, I'm doing a massive party.
Yeah, I didn't know her then.
I am, sensible, semi-sensible. Trying to look for my future husband. I thought,
Oh, God, not this again.
maybe he's up Snowdonia.
I did think I might meet the man.
Yeah, you
He'll
did.
be coming round the
The
mountain
mountain
when he comes.
Stop. Not with our singing, we won't be. Anyway, but it was like, obviously we did climb the mountain, but as well it was like hot tubs, we did a zip wire.
That was sick.
Oh,
that was
man.
so good. 110
miles
an
per
hour in about 40 seconds.
And you're head first, like literally like laid
Yeah.
down. It's like you're being like lowered into your grave. It's really weird. Isn't
Way
it?
to put it. Yeah.
It is. You're strapped.
You start off laying on this bed, and then they strap you in, and then the bed disappears from beneath you, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
you can't move because your arms are like that. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, but it was so much
It was
fun.
really good.
So we did that, hot tubs and barbecues, and they
Barbecue.
all like decorated this pod when I got there. There were some absolutely horrific pictures of me. And
Go over to Frankie's Instagram to see that reel, because that is
Wow.
funny.
Yeah.
Or is it on mine? Yeah, both. It's on both.
Joint collaborators. Yeah, so it was amazing. I was super grateful for everyone to go there. Literally, we've called the group Roundtree's Randoms because there's so many different people of like all different walks of life.
Yeah.
Some that like to have a drink, some that are sober these days.
Not you.
You was wild. You was wild. She was wild. She was
Let
wild.
me get my toes out.
She was wild. Lots was going
Oh,
on.
nothing's changed.
Yeah, it was brilliant. So yeah, there was that. And then obviously I got my brand new car delivered there.
Sweet 16.
If only I was sweet 16. Sweet 16 times 2.
Yeah.
Literally.
Nearly.
No, and more.
And more. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, got my new car, and then me and Charlie came back in there, and like I'm totally in love with my new car.
Yeah, it's very nice. It is very nice. We look like such babes with the roof down. Wind blowing in our hair.
Right, we love it. And then after that, I then went out to Barcelona because one of my best friends is living out there. So I went out there, and just so happened to be Sonar Festival when I was there. And lots of my like friends was out there. Some of them were DJing.
Did you go wild?
I let my hair down, but then in the middle I was like working and doing all like work stuff in the middle as well. So it was like had some fun. Then we like settled. I was doing like work stuff, and then we did a bit of a spontaneous trip to Marbella, which wasn't initially planned.
This is so Frankie.
So a few of us went to Marbella, and that was just so much fun. To be honest, it was like a holiday at the end of the holiday because there was some work within the holiday. It was like a workation.
A workation.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, that's what they call.
That's what they call it. They being my work. So yeah, that's been all of that, and then last weekend we've just
Went to Chelsea.
yeah
To stay in a little chalet park. It was really cute. Really cute.
yeah went to like the beach and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
barbecues
just
and
nice,
everything.
chilled vibes, food,
Loads of
sun.
fun, loads of laughs.
Yeah, lots of laughter. Well, there's always lots of laughter when we're around.
Yeah, literally. There was loads of laughter last night. So yeah. It's been really, really.
And I went
really
to Butlins
busy.
the weekend before.
Oh yeah.
90s weekend. Highly recommend them. That was so good. Dressed up. Yeah, really, really good. So
Yeah.
Boys Life, which is like part of Boys Home, part Westlife.
Is that
Sick.
did you?
All my boy band dreams came
Wow.
true. I was like, went back to being 10.
Love. Yeah,
At
she
the
had
front
the wildest
screaming.
outfits. Like, they was brilliant. Didn't you?
Double denim, the lot, yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I went in.
She had a really good time that weekend.
Yeah. In the bunk beds.
In the bunk bed. Yeah. Yes, it's been a very, very busy month of June. But I always knew it was going to be like that. So now it's like, okay, July, back to it, back to the focus. Concentrate.
Goggles on. Focus.
And at the end of July, we are
Drum roll.
launching our podcast finally.
Yay!
It's here.
Long time coming, guys.
Yeah.
I went out the other week locally to me at Dreamland, and honestly, everyone was like, when's the podcast coming out? When's the podcast coming out? And I was like, we really need to get this show on the road because otherwise we're going to lose momentum. So,
Yeah.
it's coming.
It is coming. So by the time this is aired, it'll already be live.
It'll already be out, but we're excited.
So we're just telling you about it. So yeah, lots going on. We've been super busy, but anyway, enough about us. But we know you like to know about our lives.
Obviously.
Yeah. And now let's go back to the topic of today. That I feel very strongly about.
Yeah. So emotionally unavailable. Males or females. Shall I read the definition of what emotionally unavailable
Yeah, of course.
means? Because then we get cracking. Everyone knows what we're up to. So, 2 secs. How have I just lost it? Emotional unavailability refers to someone who doesn't respond to your emotional needs or cues. An emotionally unavailable man or woman has persistent difficulty expressing or handling emotions and getting emotionally close to other people. Interesting. Come on then. How do you feel about this?
Well, I feel like my friends, we come across this a lot.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of like, how do you even identify the signs initially? Because everyone initially will talk the talk, but then it's identifying whether they are wanting something to pursue to something, or whether they are available, or they think they are, or then they get cold feet. There's like kind of loads of like stages to emotionally unavailable situations, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you get to, obviously when you're first dating, the emotions and things don't initially first come out all the time, do they? You kind of get comfortable around each other before you start to see those kind of signs. But then before, you know, you could be 5-6 dates in and you're like, there's no communication. They're not talking about how they feel. You don't know where you stand. Possibly not getting like the response that you want sometimes.
Yeah, or like you feel like you're the one that's kind of making the effort, or you're instigating the messages, and it's really hard to differentiate. So I don't know if like you've read the Book of Rules, but so like with the Book of Rules, you know, in that it's, you know, you kind of, for example, say they've not messaged you by a Wednesday, then you're not going on a date that weekend.
Yeah, you should already be busy.
So you should be
Don't
busy.
Don't make yourself too available, girls.
Exactly. But then it's understanding whether is that guy emotionally unavailable, and he's just not really that interested, or he doesn't really know what he wants, or is he just a bit shit with communication? Because honestly, some people are, and that's fine. I've got friends, it's not just about guys, I've got girls that are really shit with their phones, and you've got to double message them, and yeah, exactly, but it's because of work as well.
Yeah, it's because of work.
So is that guy shit at not responding, or not really giving you the kind of, I guess, attention and communication and whatever that you want and need? Is that because he's emotionally unavailable? Or is that because he's busy at work, or he's got stuff on, or maybe perhaps he's flying to different locations, or, you know, working night shifts, or, you know, there's a lot of elements to it. So it's kind of trying to understand that at the beginning. And I think
that's where the frustration comes in, isn't it? Because sometimes you feel like you spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. Yeah, and then it turns out that they are emotionally unavailable, and you're like,
I've wasted my time. And we don't have time to waste out here. So I think, like, there's been quite a few stories recently. Friends,
come on then, share some.
Etc. So one of my friends, she's been dating a guy recently. It was going really well. They met on a dating site. So straight away, I think, like, if you're on a dating site, you can be having those open conversations from early. You've not just met him in a club where you're like, oh, like, you don't know his situation
or whatever. Yeah,
because I think a lot of the time, if you meet someone out and about, that's more natural, but you don't know their situation. They could have whatever going on in the background. Whereas at least on a dating site, or on that, you can have those conversations quite early on, because it's kind of open forum to, like,
to discover whether they're in it for one thing, you know, just to get the
whether it's casual, or
whether they want a serious date. So definitely agree.
So he said all the right things, and that's kind of what he was wanting moving forwards, and all that kind of stuff. It was going really, really well with her and him. I think they'd been on like 6 or 7 dates. This was maybe 7th date. Like, she'd stayed at his and stuff, like, after the 3rd day. You know the rules. So it's getting to the like past 2 months mark, not quite 3. And remember what we say, by the 3-month rule, they can't keep it up. And I go to meet them. She came to London to come and see him, because she doesn't live in London. I went to go meet them locally, and she got quite drunk. And one of my other friends was there, and like she was talking about, oh, so when's going to be your girlfriend then? And kind of, it was just like a bit of a joke. I think it kind of put it in her head a little bit. And basically, she, in a drunken state, but they were like they were both drunk and they were all over each other. She was like, oh, so when am I going to be your girlfriend? And instead of him just being like, whoa, not there yet, it's going in the right pace, just give her a little bit of reassurance. He didn't, which obviously women are very emotional and fueled with Prosecco, extra emotional. So I didn't know this was happening. She went off to the toilet, came back, and she'd been ringing me, but I didn't realise. Long story short, it all kind of escalated. I end up then having a chat with him, and he's sort of going to me, nah, that's it. I can't be dealing with this. When we get back, tomorrow it's done. And I'm like,
Oh,
what?
wow,
It's
okay.
done. And I'm like, it's done. First of all, why are you talking like that? And secondly, all she wanted was a bit of reassurance. And the problem is here, you're not communicating with her and you're making it 10 times worse. So if you just calmed her down and was like, chill out, like, we've only been seeing each other. Oh, I just said her name. Does it matter? Right. Okay. Like, at the end of the day, it's going in the right direction. Things are going well. I'm not seeing anyone else, but I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
But long term, that is what I'm looking for. That's all he needed to say.
But maybe he wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because by the reaction that I would, like, by that reaction, I would instantly think, well, he's not in it for the right, you know, he's not in it for a relationship.
There we go.
He's instantly freaked out.
There we go. Instantly freaked out. And he's only ever had one relationship before. And apparently, like, they split up. Oh, this is the stories just now. I'm like, do I actually believe the story? He probably was emotionally unavailable then too. So obviously she went and stayed with him that night, and then she was coming to me the next day. But I didn't tell her the things that he'd said to me because it would have just fueled the fire and she was drunk and whatever. Yeah. So then the next day she comes to me and I'm like, so how was it with you two yesterday? Like today, sorry, 'cause she came to me on the night. And basically he'd not had any of that conversation with her. So I'm like, fuck.
So still he's not speaking to her.
Still not communicating.
Lack of communication.
So basically in my head I'm thinking, now you've left, he can't be asked to communicate with you face to face. He just wants to end it when you're not there, which for me, I'm like fuming. You know, like you've been seeing each other for like I say, 2 to 3 months. So anyway, I then tell her the things that he said to me and she was like, what? They end up on a phone she then obviously messages him. They end up on a phone conversation. He's like, oh yeah, I just didn't really want to like talk. I didn't want to ruin the day. So I didn't want to ruin the day.
Oh God.
Like you're
sent her on her way, like
to then do it or whatever later. And then he
sounds like a coward. Sounds like one of my ex-boyfriends.
Massive. X for a reason.
X for a reason.
Coward. So then he then left her hanging and said he's going to think about it, but he can't get over some of the things that she said. It's like, well, it's not really that deep. She was more just saying, when they went back to the house, she was drunk, but she was like going, I'm 30 now. I know exactly what I want in life. Like, why is that a problem? You know, I know what I want in life.
Well, just to him privately.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is fine.
Back at the house. I know what I want.
In private, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant in the bar. I was like,
no,
this is a lot.
No, she wasn't doing that in the bar.
Yeah.
She did that back home. And he was like, oh, I just can't, like, get over some of the things that you were saying. And I'm thinking, like, well...
It's not that bad.
All she's talking about is what she wants in the future. And yes, she's going a bit fast with it. And I get that. But, anyway, like...
You said this before, though. I think when you get to our age, 30 plus...
Yeah.
then you do kind of realise your worth. You know what you want. You do have... expectations and the things that you won't stand for, and I think that's completely normal.
Exactly, and I think because she really does know what she wants. Yeah, so she's like obviously being probably a bit definitely dramatic with it because she's dramatic when she drinks anyway, but who isn't? And he was being just as dramatic back.
No comment.
Dramatic every day. You know, like why are you say it's done and all that kind of stuff, like you're being dramatic too.
Also making it worse, being insensitive towards her feelings.
Exactly.
It's just a lack of communication. All that needed to happen there was good communication, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, said he was going to think about it overnight, and then the next day ended it.
Wow.
Ended it. And obviously she's devastated because she's like, I should never have got drunk. And I'm like, well, not really, because it would have carried on along the line. Like, fair enough, maybe you shouldn't have said that in that situation or whatever, but equally could have just reassured you and the whole situation could have just been dealt with.
Yeah, but you can't lie.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, once you get down the line, you actually can't lie, can you? If he'd have gone, oh yeah, of course I want to be with you, and then the next day would have had to have retracted that statement and been like, oh, actually, I just said that in the heat of the moment because all your friends were there. Actually, I do want to take it a bit slower. Like, honesty is just the best policy, isn't it?
This is the thing, but I just generally think that he's emotionally unavailable anyway. That's what I said to her, you know. When everything else was going so well, like they got along so well. And I know her, like she's not really had a connection with someone like that in a long time. And it took a lot for her to like, you know, even get to that point. and they really did get along well. There's loads of amazing things with a connection. You wouldn't want to just throw it away like that. You'd want to at least say, look, let me just I don't know. You'd want to work through it. It's not like she's bloody cheated on him.
Yeah.
Freaking out. She's only saying she wants a future with him, which surely that's what you'd said in the first place anyway.
Yeah. He's just definitely not ready for a relationship. 100%.
In the bin. Trash. So yeah, that happened this week.
Yeah,
and, or last week actually. And yeah, and I just think it's shit. Like, don't,
it is shit.
Just be upfront from the beginning and say, you know, to be honest, I don't mind getting to know you, but I actually don't really know if I want anything serious. Like, so are you happy with that? And then obviously she'd be like, well, no, I do want something serious. And then they wouldn't have.
And then it wouldn't have started in the first place.
No, because the point of it is, she only was saying, when you're going to make me your girlfriend. And obviously he could have said, not yet.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
Not
totally
yet,
agree.
but at some
Why
point.
is it? So, as we always do, I have taken to Twitter to find some tweets relating to our topic about emotionally unavailable men and women. So, this one says, one day it's love bombing, the next day ignoring your whole freaking existence. This is not how you love. This is not how it works. Dear men, be consistent with the affection or simply let her go. Dear women, you don't deserve half-hearted, emotionally unavailable men in your life. Thought that was a fierce one to start off with.
Wow, yeah, no, definitely. It's exactly it, isn't it? It's kind of, what do you want?
Isn't it?
So, yeah.
Like, you just, don't know where you stand.
Yeah, because they don't know what they want. So then I guess that's what you need to, identify. If it's kind of not consistent, then it's probably that they don't really know what they want, and therefore they could just be messing around, or it could just be that they are emotionally unavailable. So, in the bin.
So this one's funny. It says, why is it that all the men that swipe for me on dating apps are emotionally unavailable? Like, just delete the app, bro.
Ah, that's what I would say.
I know, that's why I read it. Delete the app, bro.
Oh, this is what I said. So, obviously, this is the story of my friend, you know? Like, why are you on a dating app if you are,
Yeah, no, because I was going to say,
all right, you can go on a dating app for other things.
Yeah, get your leg over.
Communicate that at the
beginning, I think.
Yeah.
Send nudes is normally a clear sign. If they go straight in with a dick pic, you're like, oh,
yeah,
that kind of guy.
That one, blah, trash,
that kind of guy. All right. This one is from a girl. It says, am I emotionally unavailable, or am I just a lesbian and the thought of dating men scares me shitless?
Ooh.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a whole topic on its own.
Wow.
I know.
You know, the men have probably turned her lesbian, to be fair, because she's probably fucking sick of them.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Another topic in itself.
Yeah. It says, I don't want to keep dealing with emotionally unavailable men. If you can't communicate and comprehend shit, please leave me alone. Don't waste my time.
That sounds like me. Have I written all these?
Yeah.
Bro. Don't waste my time.
Fucking sick of emotionally unavailable men. Figure yourselves out.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. I do feel like, there you go. Like, we were just, we've spoken about what we want. I think men need to know what they want sometimes, don't they?
So maybe on date one, we need to be like, have you got a list? Should we prepare your list? Yeah.
Do I tick any of your boxes?
Do you know what you want? Maybe not date one, maybe date two.
No, yeah, that's intense. I don't think you'll get a second
Run in the
date
other
after
direction.
that. I'm done with these narcissistic, oversmart, emotionally unavailable, semi-ghost of men. I need a man who will fucking worship the ground I walk on and stay obsessed with me. Love that.
Because we want to give that back as well, and surely you want that from us. So, it's a two-way street. We're not just expecting it to just be all on us. We want to love you back, and we want to be consistent and support each other and grow together and all these things. So, yeah, next. There
are too many emotionally unavailable, emotionally constipated, robotic men. We'd like that one. Who never want to show or talk about their feelings. If they do, it got to be like a business meeting, but they do show anger and frustration. If you want to kill your emotions, kill them all, please. It's annoying.
Wow, what the constipated line.
You couldn't get past that bit.
No, it's my head
So
went.
what she's saying is that they will show anger and frustration. So they're not willing to talk about their emotions, but they'll show anger and frustration. So that brings it back to your friend when she said, when are you going to make me your girlfriend? And then he got on the defensive. It's like, hang on a minute. If you're going to
show that emotion.
show that emotion, then why can't you show the other emotions?
Wow, that's
Thought
really
that was a good one.
interesting one. I wonder why that is as well, because I guess it's easier to shut down, easier to get kind of run away, easier to not face that, because I guess men like a hard exterior and they obviously don't want to let that guard down or whatever. So I guess that's probably why they do that.
Yeah.
Or women, but.
Riddle me this. Why do emotionally unavailable men be wanting the most attention?
Oh,
true, isn't it? Because they're always the ones that will go out and get the attention and try and, go get it, girl,
Yeah.
But actually,
then there's
they're
nothing
like,
after that.
I think put a blocker on it.
I think they just want validation.
Yeah,
I think they just want
probably.
validation. They want to feel good about it, but they're never really going to take it any step further. Interesting.
Right, and then I'm just going to do this one because it was star sign related. We all know that I love a star sign. It says, therapist, you're attracted to emotionally unavailable men. Me, not true. Therapist, what attracts you to Capricorns? Me, they're career driven. Therapist, and have no time for me.
Yeah, literally, that's shit. Career driven, no time. But I don't think so with
Love
that.
Capricorn.
That's fine
Hard
if you're
working Capricorn.
It's fine if you're career driven, because bloody hell I am.
Yeah.
But I think you can still obviously, well, if you're career driven and that's all you're focusing on, like I said earlier, like the conversation that I've overheard, and I know people just focus on that, then that's fine, just communicate that, but then just don't be dating for something serious. It's when you're career driven, you're not willing to put the time and effort in, but you are pretending that you're wanting something serious. So like you said, you took time out.
Yeah, I did. So I didn't carry on wasting anyone else's time.
There we go.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just not doing this dating thing anymore because I haven't got the time for it, and I'm totally fed up of being rejected and ghosted. But yeah, exactly that. Took time out. Right, there's a couple of really good ones that are a little bit more controversial now, so I'm going to go into those.
Okay.
Right? So, women wonder why men are so cold and emotionally unavailable when male affection is always perceived as creepy and predatory. Controversial. Definitely controversial.
So if they're really, really on you, they're creepy. I don't know. It completely depends, because maybe their love language is physical touch, and then they're going to be more like on you, wanting to like touch you or whatever.
Topic.
We'll do a separate. We'll do a separate pod on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Loads of different topics.
Yeah.
But maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
I think that's a really controversial one. Some men are creeps, but he's clearly just emotionally unavailable. The man that wrote that was emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to show emotion. So, right. So it says, falling for emotionally unavailable men saying, I can fix him, will only put you in the position to get fixed later.
Guilty.
And that's all we're going to say on that one. Oh, don't be like that.
Oh. I do
such
like
an
to help and heal people.
She
but
does.
Yeah.
Right, last but not least, this is my absolute favourite, right? These men's numbers saved in my phone as their icks is so hilarious, especially when I have my AirPods in and Siri announces the call. Like, why the fuck is emotionally unavailable mummy issues whore calling me? It really does make me want to answer the phone though.
That is so funny. So they save the names under like topics or something that gave them the ick. Brilliant.
Yeah, that was my favourite. I might start doing that.
Yeah, you should.
Dirty trainers, bad breath.
Yeah, spring roll.
How he's not got a spring roll emoji next to his name, I will never know.
That's literally hilarious. we should.
Yeah, I think we should.
All done?
Yeah, all done. Let's get back to the pods.
Back to the pod.
It's so common these days, though, because I spent like all of last year doing this, like looking for a relationship. I don't know whether I was ready, to be honest, myself, but I was looking for a relationship and then getting lots of like emotionally unavailable men, knockbacks, ghosted, things like that. And it's like, why do you think, why? Like, it's just weird. I just think it, and it really knocks your confidence, like totally knocks your confidence.
Yeah.
I had to have like a 3-month break from dating and just
Well, yeah.
step out, because you're just like, what is going on?
It really does. I dated a guy last year, like really short and sweet. You know, we're still friends now. And I was really upfront like that and said, this is what I want, da-da-da-da-da. You know, I reeled off the things that I want. And he said, I'll be honest, I'm not there yet. And I was just like, do you know what? I respect
That's
that.
fair enough,
and I actually saw him recently and we had the conversation and I was like, ready for any commitment yet? Like joking. And he was just like laughing because there's certain parts of his life which he has really progressed in. And so he's obviously going in that direction, but still not. But I actually respected that. You know, he was honest.
So what you're saying is he was focusing on like his career, and things like that.
Yeah.
So then obviously didn't want any distractions. Well, that's fair enough. I rate that. That's good.
Same. And I think,
Yeah.
I guess even like the beginning of this year when we decided we wanted to do the pod and everything,
Yeah, I was just thinking the exact
and
same
I was
thing.
like, no men, no distractions,
Yeah.
nothing.
I'm the same this year, I feel like I've kind of works come first, podcast, like you do have to make priorities sometimes. You can't spin all those plates as much as I try.
As much as we literally can't. Yeah. So I get it. So that I guess there's kind of you know, probably timing and things like that as well. And I get it, but I think you just need to be honest with yourself and then honest with that man or woman, whether you are or aren't in that position to be able to date to progress, or whether you just want to like kind of just date just for a bit of attention, but like just make that clear.
Yeah, it all boils down to communication, 100%.
Yeah, it does. I had actually another situation where like kind of a bit of a date and whatever, and then I sort of overheard them saying that they they think a girl would put them off their career and distract them, and there's not a lot of girls out there that would understand like their career and all this kind of stuff. But I was just thinking, like, I get that, but also until you've explored that person and had those conversations with that person,
and how do you know?
You could be throwing something away. And to me,
yeah, true.
And there was like a barrier there. There was like a connection and we got along and all that kind of stuff. But there was like a barrier there. And I'm like, do I try and break that barrier down?
You could be wasting your time.
I could be wasting my time and we don't have time to waste. Or do I like just like kind of step aside and, communication wasn't really there. But then is that because they're busy? But then no matter how busy
I think if someone really likes you, they will always try and make the effort to communicate with you.
I agree.
I am so bad with my phone, but I do really try and make the effort.
Yeah.
I'm so bad. I can't have my phone in the middle of a client or massage or whatever. But then at the end of the day, you only need to pick up the phone and try and ring that person, even if I don't answer, if they're busy or whatever. At least you've tried. It's just a little phone call, isn't it? Or a little voice note. Voice note's so easy.
Voice
I'm here
note.
for voice notes.
I'm the voice note queen. Literally.
Podcast every day.
Yeah, honestly. I was listening to my friends the other day on the beach, and one of the girls was there, and after it was going on, it was like past the minute mark, and she was like, "Oh, I just switched off by now." And I was like, "Oh, you're joking, aren't you? I sometimes get 8-minute voice notes. Just gotta take notes, mental notes."
Nice. I found a really good trick actually whilst we're on the voice note thing. You can pause it. You can start replying back, and then you can pause your reply. Oh, what a game changer.
Yeah, literally.
Then you continue listening and then, it's all in one voice note.
It's
lovely.
So good. Do you remember the days on WhatsApp when, this was my worst nightmare, when...
blue ticks.
And them. Actually,
on.
they don't bother me so
Oh,
much.
I hate that last scene. Oh,
I
gives me
turned all of it
anxiety.
off.
All
I
of
even have my
mine's
notifications off now because it's too much for me.
Same.
But
Same.
Same. When it used to be voice notes, but if someone rang your phone, it would go. They wouldn't save.
Oh, yeah.
You could be like 7 minutes deep and your whole voice note's gone.
Oh,
and you're
my
like,
goodness, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, no, they saved
oh, we've
that's good, isn't
really
it?
come on leaps
We've
and
come on
bounds.
leaps and bounds about WhatsApp.
Thank
haven't we?
you, WhatsApp.
WhatsApp saving relationships all over the world.
What's that brand deal? We are your pod. We are your podcast WhatsApp voice note queens. Literally, we're here for it. So thank you for the pause. Start,
all
save,
of that.
all of that.
Getting rid of the blue ticks in the last scene. Anxiety through the roof.
Anxiety. But yeah, back to the topic.
Yeah.
So like with that story that I was just saying, it's like, is he emotionally unavailable? Is he just not interested? Is it a mixture of all of it? Because I think there could be a fine line between not interested and being emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, I do think there's a fine line as well.
How would you identify that?
Oh, it's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard. I think if someone's emotionally unavailable, I think they find it harder to
Open up
and the communication and talking about their emotions, talking about their feelings, talking about the future. If someone's not interested, I'd like to think that they would maybe ghost you or not respond as quickly, or they don't make the effort to make plans, or I don't know. That is a really hard one, isn't it? It's really difficult trying to read how someone else feels. Is it just that they're emotionally unavailable? With the whole emotionally unavailable thing, I'm like, where does that stem from? Is it because they're emotionally unavailable, or is it because, they don't want to commit, they're a commitment phobe, or is it because they don't know how to recognise these different emotions? Maybe they haven't had previous good relationships, or they haven't been had like good examples of good relationships, like in their family
trauma,
background, all things like that. So I think being emotionally unavailable is probably much deeper than 100%. Someone who's not interested and maybe just wants to play the field. I do think they're probably two different things.
Yeah, I agree.
But very fine line. Like, it's hard to differentiate, I think.
Yeah,
definitely.
no, I think it's really hard. And I think, but it's the rejection, isn't it? And it's the not knowing.
We don't
and
deal well with rejection, do we?
No, we don't, because we're empaths. So, like, we don't deal well with rejection. Just let us know. Even if it's like shit, just kind of let us know, Oh,
yeah, when a guy, like, you're messaging a guy, you meet him on a night out, for instance, you don't know his situation, but you connect on a night out, you get on really well, you have a chat, you exchange numbers or Instagrams, for instance. Exchanging Instagrams pretty harmless, because if they're in a situationship or whatever, the number is kind of overstepping the mark. But like, you exchange Instagrams because you get on really well, and then you're messaging and whatever, and then later on down the line, say later on in the week, you're kind of expecting him to message you before Wednesday so that you can do something the weekend after. But he then comes to you and goes, like, you're kind of fishing for an invite almost.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just ask. I don't even
Same.
care.
I'm so over it now. Are we going out this weekend or what?
Just ask. What have you got to lose? You can only say no, and then you just deal with it. Next.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, they'll come at you with next. Like, they're just falling at my feet.
They are.
Yeah, I mean. But yeah, or they come at you with, I'm kind of seeing someone at the moment, my situation's complicated. I'm like, cool, that is so good. What a breath of fresh air. Like, so good. I'd much rather receive that message and go, do you know what? He's actually a really decent guy. I would say he's a really decent guy, because he could have just strung you along. You could have been playing. You could have been guessing for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Or you could have been the side chick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we don't want to be. So
no,
it's better that they just say, as shit as it is better that they just say. But I'll be honest, I feel like I've always meet people that are emotionally unavailable or in some sort of situation or something's going on, and I'm just like, why do I attract? Or maybe it's just that I identify that, and maybe other women are attracting these people, but they don't realise or something. Or I don't know. I feel like I do.
I
And,
know,
I
yeah.
do. But maybe it's also because I so know what I want now that I'm just really upfront with it. And perhaps, like you said a few years ago or whatever, you
Yeah,
wasn't in
I
that
wasn't,
position.
no.
So, you know, I guess I get timing is absolutely everything, but I think there's so much that you could probably work through or take things slow,
Yeah.
or if it is that, you know, trauma from whatever, then just talk about it. But I know it's hard, and it's especially harder for men to like talk about their emotions and feelings. So I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's healthy.
It is healthy. It's good. I was listening to a podcast the other day saying about your vulnerability is not your weakness, it's your strength.
Yes.
And that's something I've kind of had to learn over the last couple of years, because I've always been
I love that.
quite
Emotionally unavailable.
emotionally unavailable, or kind of a bit hard on the outside, probably because I'll have my barriers up, probably because I've had my heart broken a couple of times.
Yeah.
So that has made me emotionally unavailable in the past, I think. So there's another reason for why you might be emotionally unavailable. And then kind of dating guys and speaking to them. And then when you meet maybe a good egg, and they'll be like, you should talk about your vulnerability a bit more because it's actually your strength. And I was like, ugh. But actually, it's a really good point, and it's a really good way of getting to know yourself, know what you want and things like that. I know, I can't believe I'm saying this.
It's
but
so true.
I'm so grown.
Do you remember when we were driving back from Snowdon after we'd climbed the mountain and the conversation in the car?
Oh, yeah.
So one of my male friends was there and having a conversation, and he just opened up, and you were like, wow.
Yeah.
It's funny actually because he wants to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I think we should definitely get him on.
Yeah.
It'd be
It'd be really good, because it'd be nice to have that male
point of view.
Exactly.
100%, yeah.
But yeah, and so actually being able to listen to that from the outside and hear.
Yeah, that's really true, actually. I didn't think, I literally was like, oh, wow. Like, I was blown away at how honest and open he was, considering I'd literally only met him that weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's really unusual for a man to speak so open and honestly. So, yeah, lads, just talk about it.
Yeah, literally just tell us. Like, it's really not that deep. I mean, it won't be the first time or the last time. We've probably been through it ourselves, or, do you know what I mean? There's always ways to talk through things, and then at least everyone's just on the same page. You're not wasting your time, our time. Let's be honest as well. Women are just going to be a headache to you if you're not communicating, or they don't know whether they stand. It's just going to be easy if you just let us know. Then at least we can just keep it moving.
Yeah, keep it moving. Next.
So I guess now it's kind of, I don't know, like, why you attract emotionally unavailable men.
Why do I attract emotionally unavailable men?
Think it is? Oh, I don't know. If I knew, then I wouldn't be single.
No.
I actually don't know. I don't like, and
I don't know the answer either. I think maybe it's because, you know what I always say to you, Frankie, you're a fixer. I think you're such an empath. You see this kind of vulnerability. You can see past the external like barriers or protective shell that they're putting out to the world. I think you can see past it, and you think you see their vulnerability. I think you see it and you kind of want to help them, of course. Like, you're just one of those. You're one of those.
Yeah.
I do it a little bit myself, but I think I'm getting a bit better, over the years, where I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't make mistakes, guys. I'm not perfect, but...
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah, no, maybe that is the case. Maybe it is, because I really am. I really am like that, and I do try to see the best in people and try to help people, whether that be friends, family, you know, obviously men, whatever. So maybe it is that. And I probably, because I don't also, because I've got boundaries and I don't let people disturb my peace. I think I'm quite upfront with what I do and don't want. So perhaps I would be further along the line, not really knowing, not no one being any wiser, where I'm just at that point where I'm like, you're either on the same page and wavelength as me, and I don't mind to take things slow, or if you're not, in the bin, obviously. But it is, I'll be honest, it is really draining. And it actually, I give all this like, but it actually really does affect me, I'm not going to lie. It really does. No, not just me, my friends as well.
Yeah, same.
And I think quite a lot has happened over this, like with a lot of my friends and personal experiences and things like that over the past.
I think it might be our age as well,
Few
you know. I know you
months.
don't mean to keep bringing it up, but obviously women mature quicker than men.
There is that.
So I have been saying to you more recently, we do
If there's
need
any
older
40-year-olds,
guys.
please inquire within.
I love that we sit on this sofa and we just try and find Frankie a boyfriend. It's like a Lonely Hearts ad, but live on a podcast.
I mean, yeah, inquire within.
Innit?
She also wants to find someone as well.
Oh yeah, I do a little bit.
Yeah, you do need out.
Yeah, we do.
We do. Yeah, no, I think that is a good point. We're probably people of our age, or perhaps I want to chat guys that are younger than me, but it's obviously
Yeah, it's because
young.
we look so young.
Shout out to Ellie with my Botox and you with my Lumi eyes. Yeah, and I think maybe that is the case, and I do. I have met some older people recently, and they do more know what they want.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I think
But then they come with
sometimes-
baggage.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, the 9 times out of 10, if you go with someone older, they've generally maybe come out of a relationship. They've either got kids or an ex-wife or a bit of baggage or, you know, like a little
Divorce.
bit, like a little bit of trauma from that, you know. And then you have to work through that. That's a whole next topic. But yeah, you know, and if you really like someone, you would work through all of that with them. But yeah, I think with an older guy, sometimes that can be the case. Or they've just matured. Wouldn't that be nice? As in, they've got their shit together, they've got a good career.
Actual dream.
And then they've just matured and they're like, do you know what? I'm ready for this. I've stopped fucking around and
Yeah.
imagine.
Wow.
We get to meet one of those, aren't we?
Yeah, one day.
One day.
I think it's just, I think we just need to know, I guess, how to identify it. And my personal opinion on that is just being really, really upfront. Like, don't get me wrong, I hate it when I do identify it because I'm like, another one.
Not again.
Another one.
I think that's easy for us to say as well because we're both really outspoken, confident girls. So having that conversation doesn't really faze us. But I think for a man, they might not be as confident, or they might
or even
be
a woman
little
that's
bit,
maybe not as
or a
confident.
woman that's not. That's what I mean. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking about us maybe intimidating a man. Like, so we won.
Yeah, and they're probably run a mile.
And they're like, wow.
Yeah.
She's got her shit together.
Yeah, I know.
Little do
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah,
Take
no.
it till you make it.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I don't know. It's it is a lot. I think timings. I definitely think timing.
Yeah.
Because perhaps they've just come out of a situation,
Yeah.
or maybe not, or they just don't really know what they want, or they've had trauma. So I do think timing, but I think don't be afraid to just ask. Like, obviously rejection is not nice, but it's better to know than to not know what's going on.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, kind of just be like, okay, so for example, say you've met them on holiday or something like that, you've had a really good time, and, you know, you've come back, and you've come back and you don't know what's going on. Maybe you could just say... So, obviously we had a really good time, we was away, like really got along, you know, now we're back in the real world, you know, I still wanting to meet up. Put them on that tone.
Yeah, I'm here for that. I'm really here for that. It's do you know where the confusion comes in? If you meet someone on holiday, this is why I was laughing. If you meet someone on holiday and they don't try and sell you the dream, it's really casual, you just have a laugh, it's just
A holiday
thing. So fine, you can come back to your real life, bounce back to reality, and you're like, cool, I'm probably never going to see him ever again.
Yeah.
And you can kind of deal with it, can't you?
Yeah.
It's when, if you're on holiday, if they say certain things or act a certain way
Gaslighting.
to kind of gaslight you and sell you the dream, then you come back and maybe they've sent you a message and be like, it was so good to meet you, or they've said about meeting up when you get home. Now when you land back in England or wherever, you have got an expectation because you've been given this false hope. That is where you're like, that is where so that is like an absolute no for me. Like
absolute headlock.
Yeah, headlock straight away. That is just, I hate it when people talk the talk and then don't walk the walk. They tell you lies, they string you along.
But is that because they're emotionally unavailable?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Or because they're an absolute Billy bullshitter?
That doesn't have to be because they're emotionally unavailable. It could be that they're a commitment phobe. It could be because they have a girlfriend at home. Could be for a million reasons. But just in that holiday situation, it's always nice. Well, just any situation. It's always nice to know where you stand.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's how I feel about that.
Okay. So
let me know where I stand.
Yeah. So just communicate. Like, just let us know. Or let them know.
Let each other know. Talk about it. Don't be shy.
Yeah, where we stand. And in terms of like back to the emotionally unavailable, I think again, just communicate at the beginning. Just say what you want or what you don't want. And I totally understand as well. I do understand that sometimes that person may say, "Oh, I just want things to be casual," and then the girl
fall in love.
It's like, me too, but thinking they can change them. But then that's on you because like obviously some people can be changed and some people can't, and that's obviously for you to take that risk. So I'm not saying that doesn't work, because I definitely know it does work, but I also know it doesn't work. So yeah, in that case,
I was going to say, do you think pressure like that does work? Because I think that could go either way, couldn't it? If you put the pressure on, sometimes
I think sometimes it does work.
I think some men like it.
I think some men are not going to go, today I'm going to go out, meet my future wife, and I'm going to have a baby in 2 years' time.
They don't know that. They don't know what colour pants they're going to put on.
Exactly. So
and socks to match.
Until it happens. So I do think a little bit of pressure helps guide them in the right direction.
Sometimes they need a little bit of guidance, I think, men, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too.
But don't waste too much time. That would be my number one bit of advice.
Okay.
So if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
So what are you going to do differently moving forward?
Oh, good question. Communicate better. That's what I've learned from this.
Yeah.
I'm going to communicate even better. Yeah. Talk about what you want. Actually, I wrote a list of what I want from a man the other day. Because apparently that's what you should do.
Brilliant.
But you need to have it clear in your head what you want, rather than just, going out dating various different people is great. But I think it's good to have an idea of what qualities in someone you're looking for. Mm-hmm. I know you already know that, and I think because you talk about it, I was like, what do I actually want? I've been on a few dates over the last couple of years and been in relationships for bloody years, and like it's like picking out qualities from all the different men. If I could just squash them all together, that'd be lovely. No, but I think that's really important. I think you've got to know in yourself what you want, and then I think communication with that person, i.e. what you're looking for in a relationship, or if you're not looking for a relationship, which is also absolutely fine. Like, my work does take a lot of my time and is a real priority to me at the moment, because I'm really like head down focused on it. But that doesn't mean I'm going to fully park the looking for what I want in a relationship kind of thing, because obviously eventually I would like to have someone who understands my work's important to me and we build our dreams together. And oh, look at me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I would like. I'd like to be in a relationship where you share all your like memories and have loads of fun together. Your friends combine, your families combine, and like you help build each other up and build each other's dreams. That would be like goals to me, really. Yeah,
absolute goals, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, I had that before, but I was far too young for all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is with me as well, because there was a time where I did have a really amazing relationship. I was far too young, and there was other things
And
involved.
you didn't communicate properly.
Didn't communicate. We didn't have the same ambition in life. That was I guess the main thing about all of it.
Really?
Yeah, didn't have the same ambition in life, and I'm obviously very ambitious, and I had trauma in my life which made me be like, life's too short, I have to go and do me, and I've got no regrets on that, but I really know like what I'm looking for because I've had it, but I want that, but like a more mature version with ambition. So it's like, yeah. So, but I think for me, maybe I'm going to explore older men.
Defo, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I think that's the way forward.
I do.
I've been thinking about it recently, and I spoke to my mum about it recently. I'm like, I think older men kind of know what they want, got their shit
They've
together.
got their
bit more.
career together. They're not going to be probably like living at home with parents and things like that.
You've got a real bugbear about this.
It's fine, but just for me, no.
Yeah, have their own place.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the career's going to be well underway by that point, and so that's kind of all there. I just probably need to accept the fact that they could potentially have children, and that's fine because I absolutely love kids, and I really want kids.
Yeah.
So that's.
What if they didn't want any more?
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, fair.
Just trap them.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Can we even air that?
Oh God.
No, I'm definitely not going to get a boyfriend.
That's one way to scare him off.
I'm joking.
Oh my God.
No, but I could. No, if on those first dates getting to know each other, they were saying to me that they didn't want any more children, and no,
Then it wouldn't go any further. Fair enough. Communication.
It's a no for me. No, just communicate. I'm going to be really open with it. Like I said, I'm really open anyway, so I'm just going to be really open with that. But yeah, I think maybe exploring older men, because when I think about a few isolated occasions of people that are definitely emotionally unavailable. Spring Roll was younger.
Oh, there you go.
Spring Roll was younger. The person that I was talking about earlier was younger.
All of mine were younger last year, actually, that I was
Yeah.
thinking about. So, yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I've got a little...
We've got a little action
something that I'm
plan
going to go with. Maybe I'll just give that a go. So,
Sugardaddy.com.
I was just about to say that!
Brilliant.
Sugar Daddy, well, if all else fails, sugardaddy.com. No, cool. Well, yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say on that. Have you?
No, we know where we're going moving forward.
Right?
What we want and what we don't
this
want.
list of that. We're going to have a little cross-reference.
It's really funny.
Because I'm always like, he was ticking all my boxes, but not this box. Now she's probably like, fuck,
boxes?
what boxes?
What boxes? I was like, I think I need to arrange some boxes. Just sat the other day, got my little notepad out. I was like, okay, right, what do I want? Someone who's funny, handsome, no
ambitious.
food allergies, ambitious.
No food allergies.
No food allergies. I'm such a foodie.
Babe, I'm allergic to onions.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's fine, I can deal with you.
Oh, thanks.
No, I'm joking. The food allergies aren't a really big thing, but they can't be really fussy. Like, I'm not into fussy.
No, that's different.
I need someone who's active, gonna take part in my life, all of that. Like, I want someone who would have fitted into the Roundtree's Fruit Randoms group.
Yes, definitely. I just really need a chameleon. I need someone that I can go to the theatre with, but I can go for a nice night out with, but then they can also come around my friend's house and be good with children, but they can also climb Mount Snowdon with me.
And then go to a rave occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not being alcoholic. All the rest. So, yeah.
100% that was on my list.
Yeah. Anyway, we've digressed.
Yeah, we have again.
We've covered the topic of emotionally unavailable people. So yeah, thank you for listening to another episode of our podcast. We hope that you are enjoying it and that you're going to come back and listen to more.
Like and subscribe and follow and all that jazz.
Yeah, do all of it.
Thanks for listening
To
Are they trash?
This is Frankie Kelly.
And I am Charlie House. And you are now listening to our podcast, Are They Trash?